Hi class, welcome to video number 3. I'm trying to keep these in order. I'm recording them all at once, so I'm trying to remember which one I already did. Today we are going to be working on 9.2 and 9.3, so this video may be a little bit longer. Once you are done with this video and taking the notes, there is a second video for today, and that video is going to explain today's assignment, because today's assignment is a little bit different from what you're used to. You're used to just going on either Big Ideas or on IXL, but the next assignment for today is going to be a little fun activity that I think you will like. So please watch that video after this video so you know how to complete your assignment. So 9.2 is on mean, and then 9.3 is on measures of center. So let's talk a little bit about what those are. You've probably heard some of these terms before, so if this is a refresher for you, it's always good to keep practicing. But the mean, I didn't mean to be in red, but the mean is the average of a set of numbers. So remember in yesterday's video we talked about the different data sets and how you can represent those and analyze them. And when you have a bunch of data, there's different things that you can do with that data to analyze it. So for example, finding the mean of one of the things that you can do to analyze the data, and the mean is the average. And if you're not sure how to find the average of a set of numbers, you would just add all of the numbers in the data and divide that sum by the number of data that you added. So say for example, you are looking at the last 4 test grades that you received. You can find your average test grade by adding those 4 test grades together and then dividing by 4. And that's how you get your average. So I'll go ahead and put another example here. So let's say, let's use the test grades as an example. Say you got an 8 on one, a 9, a 10, and a 7. So what is your average? So we need to add all of those together. So 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 7, and then I'm going to divide that by 4. Okay? So I have 4 test grades. I'm adding the 4 and dividing by 4. When I add the top numbers together, I get 34 divided by 4, and then you would just go ahead and solve that out. 34 goes inside, divided by 4. 4 goes into 34 8 times, which is 32. I'm left with 2. I'm going to have to put a decimal and bring down the 0. 4 goes into 25 times. So 8.5 is my average test score, or is the mean of my test scores. Okay, so you have to remember these terminologies. Mean means average. Okay, the mode. The mode is the number that occurs the most often in a data set. Okay, so let's say you have 1, 3, 1, 1, and 2. Say you're talking about siblings again. You asked 5 people how many siblings they have, and you get the answer of 1, 3, 1, 1, and 2. So the mode is which one occurs most often. So for this particular example, the mode is 1 because it occurs 3 times. Now if you have a data set that doesn't have any repeating numbers, the mode would just be 0. Okay? It has to be a number that's in that set more than once. But if there is no repeating numbers, then your mode would just be 0. Okay, so then on the next page we have the median. The median think of median as middle. It is the middle number when the data is ordered from least to greatest. So when you're solving these problems on your assignments this week, the first step you should always do is order the numbers from least to greatest. It will make it so much easier for you to find the mean, median, mode, and range, okay? You don't technically need to order them from least to greatest when you're just finding the average or even the mode for that matter, but definitely when you're trying to find the median and the range. So it's just best practice to go ahead and put all of the data in order from least to greatest. Okay, so let's use this set here. I have two different examples here. So if I have 39, 42, 57, 63, and 72. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 sets of numbers. The median is the middle number. So right here, number 57 is right in the middle. I have 2 in front of it, and I have 2 behind it. So 57 is my median. Okay, but what happens when you have a data set that does not have an exact middle? So for example, 1, 1, 2, 4, 6, and 8. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 numbers in this data set. So there's no direct middle. These 2 are in the middle because here I have 2 in front of them and 2 behind it. But really what I need is what is in the middle here, in between the 2 and 4. So what I would have to do is when you have an even number of data set, you have to take the mean. And if we remember, mean is the average. You have to take the average of the middle. So I have to take the average of these 2 in order to get what the actual middle is. Okay, so I need to do 2 plus 4 equals 6, and then I divide that by the 2 numbers. Okay, when you take the average, you add the numbers and divide it by the number of numbers that you're adding. Oops, I lost my 2. So my median is 3 in this case. Okay, we're going to have lots of practice with these. So if you're stuck there, write it down and ask me when you're done with the video. The range is the difference between the highest and the lowest number. So all you're doing is subtracting here. Okay, so if I have 11, 11, 11, 12, 13, and 26. If you see my numbers are in order from least to greatest, and all you do is you take your highest number and subtract your lowest number from it. So 26 minus 11, my range is 15. That's it for range. Okay, so let's do a quick example of finding the mean, mode, median, and range of a set of data. All right, so let's look at the temperature. Here, we'll do, okay, we're going to do, sorry, this is messy here. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, so let's say we have the temperature on Wednesday of 2 weeks ago was 82 degrees, Thursday it was 79, Friday it was 78, Saturday it was 78. And then we took the temperature a week later on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we have 68, 68, 57, and 61. Okay, so think of these as temperatures on these days for 2 weeks. All right, let's see, what is the mean temperature, or what is the average temperature on these days? Okay, so you would have to add all of these numbers up. So one quick way we could do that is add each row here, and then add those 4 numbers. Okay, so 82 and 68 would be 150, and this would be 147, and this would be 135, and this would be 139. So now I need to add these numbers up, so I'm just going to do it over here to the side. Calculators might be nice at this point, don't you think? Alright, so 12, 21. Just bear with me while I add this. 9, 10, 11. Okay, I get 571. Altogether, I have 8 temperatures. So I have to do 571 divided by 8. 8 goes into 57 7 times. And that only goes in one time. Gosh, sorry. Eight goes into 33 times. I'm going to stop right there. So my average temperature on these 4 days over 2 weeks is 71.3. Okay, so that's my mean. What is my mode? My mode is, again, what number occurs the most often? I have 68 and 68, and I also have 78 and 78. So this data set actually has 2 modes. It's going to be 68 and 78. And then my median is going to be right in the middle. What is the middle number? I would have to write all these out in order. So 57, 61. I'm going from least to greatest. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8. So it's going to be right here in the middle again. So 68 and 78, I have to take the average. Add them and divide by 2. All right, my median is 73 degrees. And then the last thing is the range. And the range is the largest number subtracting the smallest number. Okay, so 82 minus 57. Oh, it's not writing. It's going to be 25. My range is 25 degrees. All right, I realize that was a lot of work. That's why we're only going to do one example right now. But please, if you have any questions about any of those, write it down, send me an email, send me a private message. Go ahead and check out the video that shows you how to do the next assignment, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much.